Once upon a time, in the early 19th century, a remarkable era unfolded in the United States. A time known as the era of the common man. It was a period of great change when the voices of ordinary citizens became a driving force in shaping the nation's destiny. So, snuggle up under your cozy covers as we embark on a journey through this captivating chapter in American history. Our story begins with a man named Andrew Jackson, a true embodiment of the common man. Born in humble circumstances, Jackson's journey would take him from a log cabin on the frontier to the highest office in the land. He was a man of the people, speaking directly to their concerns and aspirations. As the era unfolded, the United States was experiencing significant growth and transformation. The population was expanding, and the nation was spreading its wings across the continent. It was a time when democracy was taking root and the principles of equality and fairness were beginning to shape the national consciousness. Imagine the excitement in the air as more and more states extended the right to vote to a broader range of white male citizens. The expansion of suffrage meant that everyday people, farmers, laborers, and workers, had a say in the nation's direction. They were no longer spectators, but active participants in the democratic process. But it wasn't just about casting a ballot. This era was characterized by a sense of empowerment and engagement among the common people. Ordinary citizens organized themselves into associations and clubs, gathering to discuss their concerns, advocate for their interests, and have their voices heard. It was a time of vibrant grassroots activism, where people came together to shape their communities and influence their government. As the story unfolds, we see Andrew Jackson at the helm of the nation. His presidency was marked by a commitment to leveling the playing field and empowering the working class. He believed that power and opportunity should not be concentrated in the hands of the elite few, but should be shared by all. One of Jackson's notable achievements was his relentless fight against the influence of privileged elites, particularly through his efforts to dismantle the Second Bank of the United States. This move aimed to restore economic power to the common people and create a more equitable distribution of wealth and resources. Picture the sense of hope and possibility that filled the air during this era. Ordinary individuals found themselves at the forefront of political discourse, as political parties like the Democrats and the Whigs provided vehicles for citizen engagement and expression. It was a time when people passionately advocated for their causes and worked together to create change. But as with any chapter in history, there were complexities and challenges. The expansion of democracy often came at the expense of marginalized groups. Native Americans and enslaved African Americans, in particular, faced immense hardships and injustices during this era. It is important to acknowledge and learn from these dark chapters, as they remind us of the ongoing struggle for equality and justice. As we close our story, let us reflect on the enduring legacy of the era of the common man. This period marked a turning point in American democracy, empowering everyday citizens and setting a precedent for future generations. It inspired movements for civil rights and social justice as the fight for equality continued to evolve and shape the nation's destiny. So, my dear dreamer, as you drift off to sleep, remember the tale of the era of the common man. Let it remind you of the power of the ordinary individual, of your own ability to make a difference in the world. Sleep well, knowing that you too can be a part of the ongoing story of democracy and progress.